Thank you, Madam President and members. Let me first wish everybody a happy and healthy New Year's. And for all that are here, why don't we just give ourselves a round of applause because we made it to the year 2020. You know what? Every time, Madam President and members, every time I walk into this building, I have to pinch myself to see if this is a dream. I say that because I grew up on the rough and tumble streets of Cleveland, Ohio. The odds were that people like me, like many of us that are here today, would never have the opportunity to be in a place like this and to have some say in how we move the great city of Los Angeles forward. I think about all of the little boys and girls that I went to school with whose lives were cut short due to senseless violence. I think about the classmates of mine, and I'm sure of yours, who somewhere in life they zigged when they should have zagged, and they wound up incarcerated. I think about those who, for whatever reason, joined a gang. I think about those that unfortunately fell into some form of drug addiction or alcohol addiction. And I have to pinch myself every day that I've made it through a very difficult time. And I know many of you have stories very, very similar to mine. It is my honor to present to you today an individual who grew up on the rough and tumble streets of New York City, and at a very young age believed that this country was founded based on the desire to provide second chances to individuals. And he committed his life to doing just that, trying to fix the broken, straighten out those that had been bent, and giving second lives to human beings, not just in the city of New York, but eventually throughout this world. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like for you to give a round of applause to the great pastor and great founder for Victory Outreach International, Sonny Arguinzoni. Pastor, I think you brought a few friends with you today. I know everybody here has heard about a door-to-door salesman. But have you ever heard about a door-to-door, apartment-to-apartment ministry? Pastor Sonny and his wife started in Aliso Village back in the 60s. This church has been in existence for going on 53 years. They went apartment to apartment, ministering individuals that needed help. That door-to-door, apartment grew to churches, not just throughout the United States of America, but in 33 other countries in the world. Mr. Cedillo, Mr. Price, and I not that long ago, had the opportunity, Pastor Sonny, to go to one of the Victory Outreach churches here downtown. And I think the three of us would agree that that was the one church that we went to where we were loved unconditionally. We were there with actor Danny Trejo, who did not start off on the right path, but shows that salvation is possible for us all. You know, there's a saying that if you can help one person along the way, then your life has not been in vain. Pastor Sonny has helped thousands and thousands and thousands. They house over 10,000 people every day, every night in their recovery ministries. I could go on and on and on about this great man who is an author, has written 4 or 5 books, all about helping people. This man never gives up on anyone. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present to you the founder of Victory Outreach International, Pastor Sonny. Give him a round of applause.
I want to thank you for honoring us today, my wife and also myself, but also Victory Outreach. And we have a representation of our Victory Outreach gang here today. All these people that are here today are miracles, just like I am a miracle standing here this morning as well. Like our brother said, originally I come from New York City, and I was a heroin addict in the streets of New York, in and out of most of the prisons in New York City. And one day there was an ex-gang leader by the name of Nicky Cruz, whose life was changed. And he told me that the very same way that he changed, that also God was able to change my life. And that was over 50-something years ago, where actually 1962, where God touched me and changed my life. And then I came out here to California to study, to go to Bible school. And when I came out here, I noticed that there was a big drug problem, also a gang problem. And I said, well, if they did it for me, God did it for me, he could do it for them. And that's when we started. In 1967, we started the ministry of Victory Outreach. In fact, our whole church was known as the Junkie Church when we started out, very unique church. And they called me the Junkie Priest or the Junkie Pastor. But since then, God has done some great things. Now, like a gentleman said, we're all over the world, all over the world. And the people that are out there taking the message are also ex-drug addicts and gang members that God has delivered. And they're out there all over the world taking the message that they could change and that God is able to change their lives. So this morning, I want to thank you for this great honor that you're giving not only to me, but also to the people that are sitting behind me, Victory Outreach, and especially my wife that's been very faithful. We've been married now, I hope I don't forget, over 53 years, right? 53 years, I got it right. So once again, thank you so very, very much.
Mr. Weston, we have a member on the queue.
Okay.
Can I do that right now? Mr. Casadillo?
Thank you. Sonny, just let me say publicly what I said privately, and I want to say thank you. We work with Pastor Augie in our district, making sure we house those who might be homeless. making sure that we provide opportunities for those who are in need. It's a great partnership, and we can't thank you enough. But as I said privately to you, my family thanks you, because in the mid-'70s, we were visited by my uncle who had come up from Tijuana, and he had a heroin problem, as I shared with you. And my dad was obviously struggling with what we could do. At that time, we were working with Pastor Gamboa at the Good Shepherd, and we went to you and went to Victory Outreach, and with your leadership and your grace, we were able to find a location for my uncle to go through rehabilitation. And those are the miracles that God gives us, to see someone addicted to heroin, to then take that time to be relocated up in Victorville, and then to overcome the challenges of heroin, to return, to become a stable father, to raise his family, to become a man of dignity and respect. We thank you for that. My family thanks you for that, and we are always indebted to you, and thank you so much for being the incredible representative and grace of God that you are. God bless you.
And I see, if we could bring Councilman Galvan Isaacs. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our colleague from the great city of Compton, Isaac Galvan, who helped me put this together. If we could give him a round of applause from the great city of Compton. And on behalf of the city of Los Angeles, we'd like to thank you, Pastor Sonny, for all of your work and your continued work. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Pastor Sonny another round of applause and a big shout out to Victory Outreach.